Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's the 28th of February, 2022. My man, Jason Bartholomew, is here in the house. Jason and I are red on the face.
Yep, I got some
We are
sun.
tired because we flew in this morning at, I'm not joking, 3:45 in the morning. Holy Toledo.
No sleep. Team no sleep.
Team no sleep. Skyla, you tired?
Yeah, I'm very tired.
It was loud there, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the explanation for my voice, you can't hear anything at the races and you have to yell at that. Yeah, my voice is gone.
Connor Daly sets a track record.
That was nice.
That, right?
Fast.
He was bummed with the way he qualified. The car was like a little bit slower, but then he set a track record, so I don't know what happened.
There's not a lot of spots to pass on that.
No,
track.
St. Pete was a beautiful place. First of all,
yeah.
The people in St. Pete were incredible. Special thanks to Roger, not Roger, but Ed, well, because Roger Penske's wife was so nice. But Ed Carpenter and his family, Tom George. I mean, what's wrong with me? God, I must be tired. Ed Carpenter, Tony George, he was there. It was great. Very nice. His wife, Ed's mom, Beth, and Doug. Beth is Connor's mom, and Doug is the president of Indy Motor Speedway. That was incredible. I would say to you that if I had a level of expectation of networking and ability for turn on green and all of our assets, if I set the bar and said, what was it between a 1 and a 10? It was like a 9.25. It was way more than I expected. Yeah. I could not believe how incredible that event was.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities.
I walked like 14 miles.
Yeah, about like 7 miles a day, so probably more than that.
God,
yeah, you can check your health app.
Great.
I did so many interviews and conversations. It was crazy. We had people, real estate lawyers there for our St. Petersburg property. We had families, people who owned, like one guy was involved in a big trucking. We had tons of people there. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And obviously it's on to Texas, March 20th. So far, BitNile, I don't know that I don't know that I could be more thrilled about. What do you think, Jason?
I loved it, man. That color scheme is so nice.
I don't know if I could be more thrilled. We got to spend. If there's going to be, Christy, have you got the license on that clip yet?
Not yet. We're working on it still.
How bad is the price?
We haven't even gotten that far. We're still getting the person. We're still getting the comment to the right person to license the footage itself. So
yeah, I've got to say to you, that's just incredible. We had like almost a few minutes probably on NBC.
I think it was 4.
What did you say?
I think it was 4 minutes. It was a long time.
We had. I want to see if it was Motorsports on NBC. Sports NBC. I have to do this. I know this is probably going to cause a little bit of a delay here, but we're going to get to a bunch of things that happened today, including Mullen. Wow.
MULN. How about some volume there?
Yeah.
Huh?
Hello. That was crazy.
Wow. Holy cow! That thing was halted. How many times did it halt?
Let's see here. I wanted to see whether I'll have to find it. I'll definitely find the clip so you guys can see what was incredible. Chrissy, you didn't make it. What happened to you?
I'll tell you when we're not on air.
Oh.
Ooh.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Doesn't sound good. Yeah, it was
a lot of LGB flags at the track.
Oh, there's a lot of
Really?
Trump stuff
I
too.
didn't see
Wow.
that.
LGBs.
Really? What does that mean?
Let's go.
Oh yeah, there was.
Ho ho.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of Trump fans too, for sure.
Yeah.
You mean the "Let's Go Brandon" thing?
Yeah, I don't know if the algorithm doesn't like that. Whatever.
Yeah, well, I can't do anything about that. That was.
It's just fact.
Let's see. Can we go to my screen real quick here?
Lachlan leads them to green. Power has thrusted, and he's gone back to third. He's being challenged by VK. It's McLaughlin. Herder coming up the outside in that yellow and black car, looking for the inside.
So VK, which is the Sonex car, we sponsor that too because we're part of Ed Carpenter Racing. So we had coverage of VK's car with Bitnow, and then of course our car. We didn't get a good qualifying turn, but Connor's very good on the ovals. He's actually a great track racer too. But I want to be able to show people the car in action. I don't know how I'll find it, but I'll eventually find it because they did a little bit of a profile on him. But Christy's going to license the clip so that we can show them that they did an entire lap with him, and I thought that was incredible. Hold on, let's see what they. Here we go. Here we go. There's the Bitnow car right there, passing by. You see that?
Yep.
Anyways, it was great. Hold on, let's see if they give you a more profile here. Yeah, the first lap. Connor actually moved up for a while.
Yeah, he was
VK
11th.
Here's him at 12th. He got to 11.
Yeah, VK got tapped by Herta near the end.
Right.
Lost 3 spots or 2 spots.
Lane is going to get busy.
Kevin, this is really going to flip the script on strategies. He's got McLaughlin and his teammate Will Power leaving pit road there.
It was really incredible, and it was incredible to be out there. But more importantly, what was amazing to me, and by the way, I don't know why. I mean, Bitnow may have traded up, but when we left for Florida, though, wasn't Bitcoin back over 40,000? A couple days ago, right?
But yeah, it was briefly.
Right, and then it went down to
37. Yep.
And then back up to 41 today. So I mean, I
41.7.
guess you could argue that, but it was an incredible. Oh wow, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna have a lot more clips. This is probably not the forum for that. Chrissy's probably not happy that I'm doing it this way, but it was. We're gonna have some great clips of Connor and the team. But more importantly, it was an opportunity to profile what Bitnow does, and I could not have asked for Indy Motorsports, Doug and Tony and Ed Carpenter and Connor Daly, and oh my God, dude, we hung out with Derek Daly, Connor's dad, the famous Formula One driver.
Yep.
We hung out with Connor's family. It was completely insane, dude. Was it insane?
It was
You
great.
didn't go to the Irish bar.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God,
I missed it.
I was like, it rocked my world. Hey, this is episode 192. We're back in Las Vegas. And I just talked about it. We were we watched Connor Daly. It was incredible. He was on the blacks and the reds, and he gained some positions. But at the end of the day, he got the track record. He's the fastest guy ever on that track.
It's pretty cool.
It was great. Earnity was there. Sign up accounts, giving away those Connor Daly the basket of the 4 cryptos that they call them CD's Crypto Kingdom or something like that. Connor's thing on Earnity for sure. Turn on Green was there. I like the fact that Cliff was out there working all those signups to sell those EV chargers for sure. Let's run Connor in the promo. I didn't know we were going to do that, but let's run him in the promo. We've partnered, signed a 2-year deal with Ed Carpenter Racing and Connor Daly. I cannot stress to you how important this is an evolution for our company.
Connor Daly for the race lead.
I have a passion for this sport that has kept me in the game, and I don't want to stop.
I'm telling you that I believe Connor's going to win.
I mean, we didn't come here to lose.
It was every bit of what I thought it would be. Hey, the Risk on Business Conference is the 12th to the 15th. Boy, do we have a lot of people going to this. Wow. I saw someone say to me, oh, I bet Todd has no one going. I don't think you're right. You know what? I don't think I'm even making negative comments anymore. It's kind of, as Jason said, it's a waste of my time. Let's roll the clip on the business conference. I think we need to get some new ones, but we've seen this one before, haven't we? But let's do it anyways. Whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here, we're going to have lots of other people there that have actually built businesses.
This will make somebody's life about 1,000 times better.
You got a business and you want to expand your business, whether you're in the restaurant business, you're in technology, whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here. This is going to be a conference where you can learn something, meet people, and network. open. Limited slots are available. Head over to ToddAult.com and register today. Go to ToddAult.com and sign up. Hopefully the paywall's up. I've been telling you, every week I'm told that paywall's coming. So hopefully people can pay because tomorrow's March 1st.
Yeah.
J Money.
We got, what, 72
Do you think
days?
Putin put his foot in it? Because I think Vladimir has made a mess of himself.
Yeah.
First of all, this is a market update. So let's go to the market update real quick.
Yeah.
He's put in it, and I'll tell you why, in my opinion. So he came at it full bore from a bunch of different areas, and the Ukrainians do not want to be dominated by Russia. It's clear as day. And if there's anything we have learned, like we did in Iraq and Vietnam, you cannot take over a country unless you're prepared to put troops on the ground, occupy, and kill people. Mm-hmm. If you're not willing to kill people and break things and blow things up in a big way, but the Ukrainians were willing to. They have been firebombing the tanks there with Molotov cocktails. The most incredible thing for me to see was that the beauty queen, Miss Ukraine, I think 2018. I think this is not believable. Is she? Did you guys see this about Miss Ukraine?
Yeah, she was like all suited up with a gun, right?
She literally suited up like she's going to fight with a gun.
Yeah, I saw that today, actually.
And there's this guy, Ghost. Here it is real quickly here. Can we just go to my screen real quick here? Are they going to...
Ukraine, you probably didn't know, has the highest number of women in active combat in their military. But now, members of parliament, former beauty queens, and regular civilians are picking up arms as well. Here's how the women of Ukraine are fighting against the Russian invasion.
This is your style, Billy.
I know.
Firearms and assault.
So I can assure you that he did not think that he was going to get this kind of resistance, and he thinks my military is the best in the world. But those what are those rockets? Those dart rockets?
Those javelins.
Those javelins are piercing through and killing tanks, right?
To defend her country. Ukraine's 2015 representative
Look at this.
in the Miss Grand International Beauty Contest has answered the call to defend her home. Posting these pictures on her Instagram account, Anastasia wrote, "Everyone who crosses the Ukrainian border with the intent to invade will be killed." The beauty queen is only the latest woman to join the call to arms. Days ago, Ukrainian MP Kira Rudik.
Come on, dude.
I'm just tired.
I mean, what do you think of this?
It's great.
Okay, what do you think about, honestly, here we are. Germany is pissed. Everyone's pissed. Mm-hmm. And he then starts rattling the saber about nuclear armament and that he's going to be ready, etc.
He's got hypersonic nukes. All it takes is one. So who's going to draw first blood? Sleepy Joe or Crazy Vlad?
No, I don't think the U.S. gets into it, but I think he
They announced DEFCON 3. They're out there on whitehouse.gov saying you have to take certain precautions like social distance and wear masks. Did I see that right?
Come on. I saw that. That was ridiculous.
What do you mean?
It's ridiculous.
If it's on the government website, is it still ridiculous?
Protect yourself from nuclear war by wearing a mask. It's retarded. Let's cover the Dow real quick.
All right, let's cover it.
So the Dow was down 166. The S&P was down 10.71. The NASDAQ up 56. Russell up 7.16. But the VIX back up 256. What do you make of today's action?
You can't follow. The market's all over the place right now. You got the Fed coming up in March. Was they going to go 50 bips? We don't even know. I mean, it just depends on what's going on. And geopolitically, Ukraine is standing their ground. Ukraine is offering, Zelensky's offering citizens automatic weapons, staying and fighting. The longer they can hold Kyiv, it kind of reminds me of Afghanistan was 12-year war. Mm-hmm. They couldn't win that war. Fighting guys in caves.
You can't win
Kyiv
that
is
war.
2.8 million people.
Yeah.
What if they have 10% of them ready to go? That's 280,000. What's
Yeah.
the Russian army? 200,000?
Yeah, it's not making any
not
sense
easy.
to me.
Yeah.
The Russians thought it would be a 1 to 4 day war.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they thought that the and by the way, they're arresting people in their own country
for protesting.
For protesting.
Yes.
So I think Vladimir is got himself into a little bit of a pickle. I think this is the first time they've used SWIFT against people.
Yeah.
And they're in a big pickle here. Today, we are a big investor in Mullen. We followed the 13G on this. I'm not going to get into particulars because then my brain has to remember what exactly we had. But this thing opened at $1 and went to $1.95. And it says on the screen here it traded 566 million shares. Mm-hmm. But I saw 850 million. I don't know how much is pre-market on different markets. I don't know what the real number is, the consolidated tape.
Will the real Mullen volume please stand up?
Yeah, please stand up.
Let's
so
see.
They had a battery technology, right?
Yeah, and then, of course, there was the... they were talking about the euro trying to completely disassociate with Russian energy, which means they want to go EV. I mean, they still have natural gas. 70% of the natural gas for Germany.
If you used all of the energy, and this is what I heard this morning, all the energy, the alternative energy in the world still would not be enough to power the grid in the U.S.
No way.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, if you think about this, we're at 12 million barrels. We are the #1 producer of oil in the world. We are the #1 producer. Now, that fell off a little bit after Trump, but we could get back to 13 million barrels a day.
Yeah, they have to do 3 simple things.
Right.
You ready for? Yeah. You know.
Why don't you tell us what that is?
The 3 easy things. Unlock the Keystone Pipeline, move that full speed ahead, and reinvigorate the federal permit licenses to, get oil in some of these federal lands that they stopped producing. And then also, there's one other thing they could do. This one's more controversial. They could open up Anwar and drill in Anwar. But we don't even need to do that. We just need to do more the federal permits that Trump had and then unleash the Keystone Pipeline and other pipelines. That's all we'd really have to do.
For sure. So it's a strange bird here where I heard the opposite in terms of this, and that is Biden's this is the claim. Let oil prices go higher, then more people want to go into alternative energy.
Yeah,
but
right.
the problem is that thesis doesn't work.
No.
Because you're not going to replace oil for a long time. You can't get there.
Yeah, you can't just go cold turkey on crude. Are they crazy?
Yeah.
It's a national security issue.
No, they're trying to say, I saw this morning on the plane, they're trying to say that the strategy is that high oil prices will force alternative energy to look cheaper. But if you took all the alternative energy right now in the world, it would not be enough to power the U.S. grid.
That's like, if we tax every single billionaire, every single dollar
still
they
not
make,
enough money.
Still not enough.
Right.
Sorry. So, yeah.
Not going to work here.
Not going to work. But in the meantime...
back to Mullen. Why is Mullen up?
Well, the incentives to go to EV, like you said, this administration, I guess, let's look at the news. They actually had legitimate news here. They did. It looks like, let me go to the MULN here. It came out pretty early, and this thing just rocked. 615 million I'm showing for volume.
I know, and they published it early, too.
Yeah, and then Investor Place came out with an article 15 minutes ago, 7 things you need to know about Mullen Automotive.
What'd they say?
Here, let's pull it up on my...
7 things you need to know. I just saw that.
Let's pull this up on my screen.
Yeah, a bunch of people, pre-market. It went completely crazy. This is big for us because we have a lot of shares.
Sure.
And we own them at a better price.
Here we go. Nick, Mullen Automotive, common stock, MULN. Let's look at the 1 day today. Woo! Did it touch almost $2? And it says, let's see, 15 things for EV. Where's the latest and greatest? This isn't a paywall, is it? Okay, well, the battery news is what sent it rocketing. Mullen stock alert, EV battery news sending Mullen Automotive soaring today. Positive test results with its solid-state battery cells. So that's the news. It looks like longevity in the battery, more range, 600-plus miles on a full charge. And that battery could be recharged 50% to 300 miles in 18 minutes.
Kind of hard to believe. 18 minutes? I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen. It seems like that's a stretch.
What's
here.
the company that Volkswagen owns a good piece of?
SQ, right?
Yeah,
that.
They had solid state battery research. They were working on stuff.
Well, I think they still are. That stock was a big flyer for a while.
Yeah, big time.
I think Gates was in there too, and everyone was in that stock.
Yep. So it squeezed hard. It's QuantumScape. Yeah, QS.
Did it squeeze hard? I mean, was there a big short position?
Yeah, I think there was a pretty heavy short position. I mean, it was a massive volume. Day trader's delight.
I want to cover a little something market related regarding Nile, and I got a lot of requests for this too when I was in Florida. So we're gonna play this. Got a lot of new viewers. Sorry guys, literally 2 hours of sleep. Not joking.
Yeah.
2 hours, maybe 2.5. Can we, Jason? Let's. Can you do me a favor, Skyla?
Yeah.
Can you get Joe?
Yeah.
Because we're going to cover up next a crypto update. We're going to show you video of the
from
the miners
from our data center.
Yeah, from our data center, and then I think we have an update tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah, for sure.
Right.
Working on stuff every day with the mining operation.
Exactly.
You know what's interesting?
No.
A 31st Democrat announced retirement instead of running for re-election. I think just by default they are in big trouble in the midterms.
Yeah, they got a lot of people leaving for sure.
I was just reading that. It's interesting.
7 things you need to know about the EV company, huh?
Yeah. 7 things you need to know about Crypto Joe. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, road warrior.
So, crypto.
Yeah.
So give everyone your take on, you were at the event, you were meeting a lot of people. What did you think of the BitNile car and how that turned out?
I think it was rad. I think we got a great organization. I think overall we were treated wonderfully by all those people.
Unstoppable!
Yeah, I think we're going to do great things.
Yeah,
I'm really proud of the team, honestly.
No, I am too. I got to be honest with you. I see people saying, why did you do this? People are not paying attention to the fact that we forecasted 155 million in sales, 200-something million. They are not looking at the forecast of what we're doing with Bitcoin. They're not looking about I want to say coalition, but the awareness we're trying to bring to U.S. mining, specifically in the Midwest. They're not looking at Earnity, who signed up a bunch of new accounts over the weekend,
right?
Which we own a huge stake in. I mean, if Earnity goes public, it's a big number for us. So people just are not, and people I think just have very short-term memories, Joe. But to allay their short-term memories, I want to go to this video, and I want you to describe what people are seeing and explain to them, because you built this, or your team built this. So Let's go.
All right, so what you guys are looking at there is basically our miner farm. I mean, we've got a sort of a unique design. We've had and let a couple of the other operators that do Bitcoin mining look at this, and we've been told that this is a unique setup, to a degree, on the way we evacuate heat, the way we keep the miners steady, the way our circuit boards are set up. A lot of people do on-rack setups with on-rack fusing, and we've moved all that away to sort of help dissipate the heat and be able to form the heat and have bigger area of evacuation for us while not doing like straight row cold and hot aisle. It allows us to have a lot more air inside of the facility to draw from and move out versus, just gigantic tall racks and rows. And we're really, really proud of this design. And
hey, Joe, let me chime in here. Everyone needs to understand. Oh no, I want the miners staying up there. Everyone needs to understand. We're showing you every miner installed right now. We're going to cover all the ground. We had someone walk around this morning. This was filmed just this morning to show you the miners. And Joe, those did you cover a little bit about those vents that go upstairs? Because they're going to walk in probably one of the areas where you have a heat aisle, right, in the middle.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not a unique design, right? I mean, we did this semi before, but we don't use the traditional cold aisle, heat aisle evacuation, right? We have this pod where we push-pull against all the miners and build up pressure, and most of it's natural evacuation out the top of a 25-foot roof, which is all covered, it's all insulated and sealed, so the hot stays in, and really we don't get any kind of move outside, and we really like the way it goes, and it goes straight out the roof. And I got to tell you, it was actually interesting to go up there when, you know, there was water and snow. The aisles around where we're evacuating the heat are all dry. Even in the rain, it's dry.
So there's the inlet right there, right? Can you go back and show that spot right there? Okay. Brett, can you go back and show that real quick? We're losing it. Are you able to go backwards a little? Okay.
Keep going. I think you can let it go.
No, you went too far. Hold on a second here.
I think I got a video where I go in to the middle.
You do.
Yeah. Well, what people can't see here is there's an inlet where you can go inside the middle of a cube.
Yep.
I think I have.
And in the middle of the cube, I can't tell you how much air is flowing through there. It's incredible. It's like a vortex of wind.
Yeah, it's a massive amount. I mean, our wall's set up to pull. It's well over 1 million cubic feet of air per second.
So all the
or
air
per minute,
is all these fans are headed in a way where they're pushing into that cylinder and then up.
Correct.
Right. So we mine about a Bitcoin a day from this facility.
Yep.
And that goes up or down with difficulty, but we're going to double that capacity just in the next month, right?
We are. I mean, I believe somewhere probably in, we're going to take the receipt of the miners, I believe sometime in either late March, early April, and so by, mid-April we'll have double our capacity.
Right. So it's a big. This could go on forever. Why are some of the things have no racks? It's just because we don't have enough miners installed yet.
Yeah. So in some of it, it's miners. There is one pod, and that may be the pod. I just haven't looked at which way he went. We're actually doing airflow testing on it, so we're trying to make sure that we're pushing and pulling the air and venting it out of the ceiling at the right rate, so that we're not getting any backflow out of the miners.
So this is our Michigan data center. We're going to make this video available. We'll make it on my Twitter account. There'll be a link. You can watch the entire thing.
How long is it?
It's like 12 minutes.
Really?
I made a video every single miner.
I got like a minute one where I go in the middle of the vortex.
Oh, really? Can you send it to Brett?
I'm going to send it right now.
All right, we're going to pull up the middle of the vortex. You can log off that now. Brett, Joe, I thought that design was kind of unique to us, no?
The way we're doing it that way, yeah, it's actually fairly unique in the industry. A lot of them do use, especially the Texas miners, use hot and cold aisles because it's the only way in the summer to control the temperature of the miners, right? I mean, a lot of people either air condition the aisle, which is not as effective. Most people use some sort of evaporative cooling, like water curtains or something similar, and then they're drawing the air directly through cold water so that they can drop the temperature from, let's call it 115 outside by 15 to 25 degrees.
So when you see the way we're doing it, mining there, that facility could be big, but right now that's going to have 2,485 miners basically in the next couple days, and then that'll expand over time. I mean, there's a 20,600 footprint, but that facility has really come alive. I remember what it used to look like.
Yeah, I mean, the physical facility itself could hold a ridiculous amount of miners.
You happy with the facility?
I am. I'm happy with the facility, the people there. It's all awesome.
So you had a good time in Florida?
I had a great time in Florida.
What do you think people ask you when they ask you what does BitNile do? Because everyone kept saying cryptocurrency. Like, we don't do cryptocurrency.
Everybody. I mean,
it's driving me crazy.
I had to explain to people that BitNile mines Bitcoin. And
yeah, I'm gonna change the logo to BitNile, an American Bitcoin mining company.
Yep.
It's driving me crazy. I mean, I was like, crypto this, all NBC, crypto company BitNile. I literally am going to change it immediately.
Well,
like the president, I'm going to declare an executive order. We are an American Bitcoin mining company. Like Sleepy Joe, I'm just going to make all these rules up. I'm going to fire away. That's Miss Ukraine.
That's funny.
I'm not joking around.
I know. I'm think though that we, in some capacity, we are BitNile is a Bitcoin mining company, but we also have our feet in the crypto market, meaning we have in the DeFi market specifically, but the DeFi exchanges really do work in all sorts of crypto.
Hey, Appreciate it, Joe. Thanks for joining us, buddy. All right, I know you're going to go home and get some sleep, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to try.
We're almost done.
Yeah, no, the video is too long to send.
Hey, I want to say Lucid / production today. So at the same time the EV companies are doing well, they caused their shares to plummet, according to CNBC. Lucid is cutting their production by 40%. I guess it's not going as planned over at Lucid.
It's not
if
so
you're
clear.
a Russian oligarch, you better hide your yacht. Let's go to my screen real quick. They're coming for you. They're going to come for you and take your yacht from you. My yacht is over in Europe, and I haven't bought it yet. But when I'm able to sell something, as my wife says, eventually you have to sell one of your assets. Someday you have to sell. Maybe I'll be able to Zoom, disappointing quarter, another bloop. Fundstrat's Tom Lee says the market may have reached a bottom for the first half. What do you think of that?
No way.
No, you don't think it reached a bottom?
Nope. Just my opinion. But he's smarter than me, so maybe he knows something I don't. What else we got here?
Heather Morgan is in the money launderer is in talks to avoid a trial. She's the Bitcoin money launderer. I got to be honest with you. Some of the stuff is completely crazy. Turning off Swift. By the way, did you notice?
I did see that.
They can't use Swift except when they're selling commodities, oil production.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Petrodollar.
Got to keep those dollars flowing, right?
Yep.
Everything else you can't do.
That's funny.
Tesla rally because they're going to open a German factory. I do not understand this one. This one completely threw me for a loop. Came out 14 minutes ago. I wanted to make sure I'm not reading this correctly, and that is Discovery CEO David.
I saw this.
I never said Zaslow. Named Chris Leachy is the new head of CNBC. Leachy, I had to say his name right. Leachy was the person that Zaslow called about taking over the role for Zuckerberg or Jeff Zucker. But where's Zucker going to end up?
In the trash.
Really?
New York Times.
So I guess he's saying that because Discovery is going to close on Warner. You know who is the large shareholder of Discovery,
Mr.
right?
Malone?
Mr. Malone. There's no way the shenanigans that are happening at CNN. Can I tell you? I think it's the end of CNN as we know it. Yeah. As we know CNN.
Yeah.
Malone's going to. He's such a powerful guy in media. The chairman of Liberty Media.
Who's left at CNN?
Well, Don Lemon.
Okay. Brian Stelter?
Yeah, those guys are fried.
Jake Tapper?
See you later.
Wolf?
Wolf Blitzer may survive.
All right.
People like him.
Wolf.
But I think now listen, I don't know John Malone personally. I know people that know him. I don't know Greg Maffei personally. I'm a big admirer. I'll just tell you that they're not going to be fans of the shenanigans of CNN, and I bet you that place gets cleaned up. And the guy who runs David, who runs Discovery, once Warner Brothers is merged and CNN is all merged with Discovery, not going to happen.
Hit us with a couple questions before we leave.
Sure.
Galvanic. No mention of the $200 million ATM that is 3 times current market cap. Why so big? 50 to 75 million wouldn't cut it.
Oh, I'll answer those questions. Okay, so we do need to get an update on the Tim Hortons thing. We do need to get an update on that. I mean, Amos has got to come out and update that because I know that's exciting for Amos.
Yep.
He's got to say something about that relationship. Just go with the crypto branding, Patrick says. It's the trendiest of trends. No mention of the... I don't know that there's a reason to mention the ATM. Okay, you guys open the door for this, so I'm going to say it. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. We have issued decks that have shown what we're doing in real estate, what we're doing in defense, what we're doing in lending, what we're doing in Bitcoin mining, data center operations. We have said, I think we said publicly, we want to do about $1 billion of deals, right?
B is the number, yep.
B is the deal. And so I don't know why it's a surprise to everybody. We are more about growing the business. If the market doesn't want to reward us, I understand. I've been buying it like crazy.
Yep.
I bought it, the hedge fund. I bought it personally, and I'm sympathetic. But we're focused on growing the free cash flow of the business. We're focused on growing the awareness of the business, And we've said we're going to ultimately separate BitNile, the Bitcoin mining operation and data center DeFi business, from the other traditional online businesses, or what you consider to be more cash flow driven businesses, like the lender, like the defense company. And we've been very clear in these decks, and I guess I should have to go through them again, but not really, because we've said it a lot of times. Having a $200 million ATM in place is just good. We think good corporate, having it in place. If it's there, we need to use it, it's there. Mm-hmm. And I stand by what's in the disclosure. You should read the disclosure. It's very clear. We can use it. I think it's good up for 36 months, or maybe it's a little bit less than that. Maybe it's only like 33 months or something. But you got to have these things in place. You never know what we're doing. We come out every quarter. We try to be transparent on the show, but people kind of. What's strange to me is when we told you we raised $200 million at $381, they sent the stock down to $1, or even not like 78 cents.
Right.
Then we go get a bridge loan to buy more assets. Then they go, well, we don't like that you got a loan that wasn't really that diluted because it did have some warrants, but those warrants they had to pay for. There was a little bit they didn't have to pay for. And then I get pounded to oblivion. And so we can't make everybody happy. We're just focused on running the business. And we have a $350 million shelf.
Yeah.
We said we want to do prefers. We said we want to do debt. We said we will raise equity when it makes sense. And so we're going to do what we have to do. Read the disclosure.
Yeah, that's.
We want to make sure it's in place. Am I not making that clear?
No, that's clear. Just because you have it in
place.
But
there's something I'm not doing. Like they're like if I said if we only issued one for $25 million and then later I did one for $50, they'd say, why didn't you just do it in the beginning? You knew you were going to do it all the way. And then I do a big one, just get it out of the way so it's there and available.
Well, we've talked about in numerous press releases we've spoken about our goal to expand in Michigan at our data center, and also to seek alternative opportunities in press releases regarding power, energy. So that's part of the business model.
We want to grow the business to $1 billion. We've said that in prior decks. This isn't new inside information.
No.
We have an ATM we can use if we want to. It's there at our disposal. You want to have the plan. You want to have these things sort of planned out so that in the event things happen, you're available to take advantage, right?
Right.
And grow the business.
Yeah.
But the business, if you looked at our forecast, we already gave a forecast for this year. We said last year we did $52 million. We think this year we'll do $155 million. If you just took the blinders off and took the stress out of the market, we went from, obviously there was COVID in the middle, but we went from effectively, I think when I took over, from around $6.5 million in sales. We did 52 or 53 million last year, 52 million. We'll do 155 million this year, and we still expect to have some exponential growth. So,
Team PJ, shareholders are afraid that the ATM will bring share price down. Then a reverse split will be announced. That's what they're afraid of.
They think we would sell it to 20 cents.
Yeah, they think they would. Yeah.
Well, let me give you some perspective. Let's just say right now there's 84 million shares outstanding. I think that's the number. And right now, myself and the hedge fund with Will and a few other people, I think we own like 11.5 or 12 million.
Okay.
So let's just take that to 72 million shares.
That's
right?
fair. Yeah.
So at 20 cents, that'd be 14 million. We put down. We've already told people we sent over $90 million to Bitmain to buy miners. Right. $90 million has been wired.
Right.
Approximately. We bought a building, a set of hotels where we put out $23 million of equity.
Right.
We bought a building in Florida for $15.5 million. We paid in cash. We own a defense business. I don't know how else to say it, guys. It's going to trade where it trades, but I've exhausted myself telling people like how cheap it is.
We own
20%
of Earnity.
We own 20% of Earnity, a crypto exchange. Mm-hmm. We own part of a hotel in New York City. We own a data center that's growing like crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say for those worries. I understand,
well,
and I'll leave it with you. If I understand, I'm putting my money in there too. I understand.
Yeah.
But if you just focus on what I said about the 10-year plan, if you focus on what I said in 2017, we've had some. There's when you fly. If you're going to send an aircraft, something you're going to do something big. And you're going to send it let's just say you're going to be Elon Musk and you're sending it out to Mars. If you're off by an inch, by the time you get to Mars, you've missed it by millions of miles. We have to course correct along the way. But we've been saying the same thing we're going to do the whole time. I mean, it's pretty much, the market conditions are sometimes terrible, but I don't know what to say about it. And quite honestly, I'm sympathetic to it. But it's really, if I had a chance to sell it at $3.81, why would I sell it at 20 cents? We don't even need that much money down there. I mean, how many shares would you have to sell? I don't even think we'd be authorized to sell that many shares down there. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how low that would be. But I get your point. I understand. But you got to, as Patrick Gaines just said, no reason to have a facility that you're not ready to deploy. You got to have it out there, and you can deploy it when you need to. But I understand. I do. Mullen, some of these investments have paid off. We still have Alzamend, which we have a big chunk of. I think the right to go to 22 million shares. Mm-hmm. And that thing's trading, in my opinion, ridiculous. And so, okay, there you go. We got that. We have AdTech Pharma, which is supposed to go public later this year, we hope. We have Turn on Green, which we hope happens. We have Gresham, which is merging with Giga. So it is what it is. Guys, I've been at this a long time. Trying to build a holding company, I always say, is when you're doing it as a public company in the beginning, it's like driving down the road where you're laying the asphalt at the same time you're driving the car. It's tough, and you hit some potholes, and you make some mistakes. There's no question about it. But speaking of what is not a mistake, is I've been doing this a long time. In fact, Patrick Gaines was one of the guys that helped me. He's a banker. He helped me name the company Patient Safety, which ultimately went on to sell to Stryker for $120 million, and that was painful. And Brian came back, and it was a lot of work for everyone involved. And that thing gave birth and sold. So did Taco Cabana. That got sold. These things just take time. BitNile, I have a pet project there. Actually, not pet project. I have a really important project with BitNile. I want to see BitNile become a dominant North American miner, but doing it in the right way. We're not going to overexpand. You saw Morrow buy a lot of them. They got to find space for these things. We're taking it slow and methodical. 20,600 is not really slow and methodical, but it kind of is relative to how big other people are. Hey, let's check out the picture. We're going to go to Skyline in a second. Let's check out the picture of us in Conner Daly. Can you bring that up real quick? So that's myself. You can see that I'm the guy over to the right. If you're looking at the screen, I'm the overweight guy. And then there is Joe, Crypto Joe, with his hat on backwards. All you need is a little dip in your cheek, and that's Joe. But he doesn't dip. And then there you got Jason Bartholomew, who at the time I think has an AK-47 in his back pocket. And then there is the great driver that is Conner Daly. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're rooting for him. There was a nice article in Sports Illustrated about how we met. Do you see that?
Yeah, that was cool.
Nice article in Sports Illustrated. We'll make those things available for you guys. Hey, we appreciate your time. We want to go. Hold on a second. Shareholders will be happy that now announces another 10 or 20,000 miners purchased. You never know what could happen there. Never know. What a crew. That's exactly right. Bitcoin at 4170. MAF 100283. Come on, let's get a name there. It's so hard to understand that. Nice picture, Julie A. Red Pill, Team No Sleep. Todd, just love the string. Just stirring. Todd, you just love stirring the pot. Oh, there is no greater choice.
The mining operation continues. Remember Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
The show goes on.
That's terrible. That guy was a scam artist. Everything we do here is real.
Yeah.
Michael, Javelin, 89% of the profits, 80 to 90% is impossible. It's only minus electricity charges. The margin? No, that's not impossible. I think that we're working on... No, I don't think that that's right, Marcus, the trader. It depends on the price of Bitcoin, for sure. But we're happy to share the data with you. We share it online all the time. Anyways, Skylar, what do you got for us today?
So, why did the taxi driver get fired?
How did the taxi driver get fired?
Yes. His passengers didn't like it when he went the extra mile.
Patrick, you need to make it out to Vegas, buddy. Appreciate you checking us out. We're on to Cincinnati. I don't know what Cincinnati is. We're on to Texas. March 20th in Texas. Those of you, make sure you DM. By the way, some fans of Risk On were there, and I met some of them. We should call them out. Hey, where's Randy? Is he here today?
I don't know.
Can you go see if you can get Randy real quick?
Yeah.
Let's do a little rundown. He had some fans that typed in. They were there. I met a couple people from the Risk On show that got there and knew that we were going to be there. That was really great. I actually had a good time. Texas Motor Speedway, they're 200-mile-an-hour beast. Different than the street course of St. Petersburg. By the way, the building we're building in St. Petersburg is incredible, and the people in St. Petersburg are crazy.
Yeah.
They're really great. I had the greatest time. I got to tell you, I have never had that many people to dinner and the bills be so inexpensive.
Yeah, that was great.
I have never. It is so inexpensive to be in St. Petersburg. I fell out of my chair. By the way, I had like 20 people for breakfast, and the bill was $195. It's crazy. Hey, Randy, what do you think of St. Petersburg, buddy?
What did I think about it?
That Bitnow car.
Yeah, what do you think of St. Petersburg?
We're live on air. I just wanted to get you a little love there.
Who's
on the
that?
Bitnow car. This is Jesse from one of my business buddies here.
Oh, hey. So, what did you think of St. Petersburg?
Great atmosphere, great people. Met a lot of people that I knew in the past, and made a lot of new relationships. But the race wasn't good. I didn't enjoy the race really. Of course, why would I? But VK did a great job. Unfortunate with Connor, but
what did you not like about the race? It's not you didn't not like Connor and VK. You didn't like what about the race?
I don't like the guys who finished first, second, and third.
Okay, but just
Right?
because they finished first, second, and third didn't mean the race wasn't fun to watch, right?
I had great seats. Thanks. I want to say, first of all, special thanks to Cliff Phillips and John Stewart for accommodations all weekend. Incredible job by those guys. Also, Tori and Abby, our VIP hosts.
They were great.
That was an incredible time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an incredible time overall. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not the kind of person that's going to tell you it was a great race if it didn't turn out we get the results we want. I mean, just like you wouldn't with the stock,
Yeah,
right?
but
If the stock's not performing, you're going to say, hey.
You're commenting on the race. Dude, the experience was incredible. The people were incredible.
Right.
And that's what I'm there for. Okay, the race wasn't perfect because we didn't like the people that won, although I don't dislike them.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, Tori and Abby were amazing.
Yeah.
Nikki Daly was amazing. Ellen was amazing. Val was amazing.
Yeah.
Carmel was amazing. That was a great time. The Smiths. There were so many people there. It was incredible, right?
Yeah.
I met Christian, Connor Daly's brother. Nisha was there.
Yeah.
Nisha Daly, she was awesome. She's from Cayman Islands. There were so many people there. I don't want to miss anybody. Chris was there with his fiance Ellen. Zeppi was there. It was no, not fiance. His fiance was not named Ellen.
Yeah.
His fiance is named a different name.
Yeah.
I'm going to screw that up.
Yeah, they came in from Ireland.
Ellen Daly.
They all came in from Ireland for the race. That was pretty
cool. Yeah, it was incredible. And some people came from the Caymans to see the race.
Right.
It was crazy. It was really a great time.
But yeah, I met Tony George, was talking to Tony George. That was pretty cool. Derek Daly. I know you talked to Derek as well.
I went
Great
out
guy.
with Derek. Derek and I went out to a bar.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, we were at a bar for 4 or 5 hours with his family.
That's awesome.
We all raged. It was great.
And then one of the guy you were talking about, one of our friends of the show, Brian Weepy, I want to mention him. He showed up, and John accommodated him, and yourself as well, got him a ticket. And he's very complimentary about the show. He loves you guys, and he wanted to tell you how much he appreciated what you did for him.
Well, that's what I want to say. We had some people from Risk On there, and if you want to go to the Texas Motor Speedway show, you got to get a hold of Randy, and we'll make sure you have VIP tickets. We did that for, who do we do it for? Brian
Weepy.
Right,
there was
Brian,
another gentleman that wanted to go, but he wasn't sure he could go, so he didn't want to ask him.
But a lot of people knew you there. I was joking around and say, Randy, people knew who you were. It was pretty fun.
What kind of people?
Okay, Randy, what is up with you, dude? What kind of people?
Well, I'm saying race people or just generic,
people in general.
Just
knew
random
who you were.
people that you didn't know.
Random people I didn't know said, hey, say hello to Randy for me. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just asking a question.
I had people come up and ask me to take pictures with them. It was crazy. It was a good time. Christy, we missed you there. Nick and Brett, you guys have got to go. You got to go to an expense. But you're not going to miss Indy because I'm telling you. And by the way, put all that aside. I will tell you, to IndyCar and to Ed Carpenter Racing and to Connor, it was amazing how well received the fans were and how they wanted to know about BitNile and how they wanted to know what we were doing.
Yeah.
They wanted to understand it. And I've been told that race fans are the most loyal fans to the brands that they sponsor. I had so many people compliment us on BitNile, ask me questions about it and about sponsoring Connor Daly and thanking me for doing it, and people telling me they were going to become shareholders or they're going to learn about Bitcoin or Earnity or didn't understand or turn on green. We had one group in Indiana, they're contractors that said we want we want to install EV units. Can we install yours? And I said, hey, dude, we don't have anyone in that area. Maybe you could become an exclusive and you could be the contractor for us in the area you live in.
Yeah.
So those of you who do not understand the power of branding, the power of what we're doing, we had so much airtime on NBC, and they told the story of Connor Daly. And they told the story of BitNow, although they call it the crypto mining. They call it a crypto company. I wasn't very happy with that, but anyways, I had a great time. Thanks to everyone. If I'm forgetting anybody, Beth, Doug Bowles, who was incredibly nice to us.
Yeah.
Beth, Connor's mom, the whole crew on the paddock. Everyone was wonderful. I spent some time with Roman Grosjean. He was incredibly nice to me. You got the Phoenix that came out of the fire. Michael Andretti's a group. Thank them for inviting us to. They invited us to a bunch of stuff. Hey, listen, if you're a fan of Risk On, you got to go to the conference and you got to go to Indy. And if you want to go to some of these races, you got to contact Randy. Randy will vet you. And if you're a true fan of the show, even if we don't agree, you should come down and meet us. We're going to be at Texas on March 20th. And then after that, Long Beach Grand Prix, April 10th. And that'll be a 3-day weekend. So if you're in California, you can come and join us there too. We got a lot. We're going to be in Nashville. We're going to be in Toronto. We're going to be in Indianapolis. We're going to be in Alabama. We're going to be in Wisconsin, where the hotels are. We're going to be in Mid-Ohio.
Nashville.
I just said Nashville. Everybody, thanks so much for us. Join us at the Risk On Business Conference. It is May 12th through the 15th, and Connor will be presenting there, but he'll be racing too, so he's going to present in a weird way. We might have some other people involved. Anyways, there's a lot of people going to be there. Bradley's going to be there. Hey, everybody. Risk On, everybody. We had a great weekend. Thank you so much to Indy. We'll see you guys later.